Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with Tru Heels Wrestling. Holla at me. Yeah.
Hello. It is me, your Tru Heels Phenom SP3, back once again with Tru Heels BTR, Between the Ropes. And it's like Inception. We got a drop from the man I am speaking to today, TNA Digital Media Champion, Canadian International Wrestling Champion himself, AJ Francis. How are you doing, sir?
Man, it's getting heavy. These titles getting heavy on me. My shoulders, my back. I'm getting too old to hold all this gold. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, though, man. I feel like I'm going to beat the hell out PCO in the real main event of Slammiversary this weekend.
And I got to start off by saying, the words that everybody should be saying to you. Thank you. Because Slammiversary is sold out. It's going to be sold out this coming Saturday, July 20th. And you are a big part of that. You have been a big part of TNA Wrestling since you came on board in January. How excited are you to be a part of this celebration? 22 years of TNA Wrestling coming up at Slammiversary.
Man, I couldn't be more excited, man. I'm thankful for the people at TNA for giving me the opportunity. And to answer what you said earlier, you're welcome. I told everybody that we were going to sell out Slammiversary because the real main event was going to sell it out. PCO versus AJ Francis. It's the biggest match in Slammiversary history. There's never been a bigger match than this. 4,000 people in Montreal packed to the brims to see PCO and AJ Francis. I got all this gold. Man, that man wanted this when he was a little kid. I bought it just to buy it. And then spent enough money, paid Jade Chung some money, and now she got to introduce me as the International Heavyweight Wrestling Champion every time I come to the ring. See what money does? Money talks.
Indeed, it does. And you have been talking a lot about PCO, but you're going into hostile territory coming up on Saturday in Montreal. PCO, one of the great Canadian wrestlers out there. How does it feel kind of being in that hostile territory where you know you're not going to have the same amount of support that PCO might have in Montreal?
I don't care if these people support me or not. You know how many people told me I couldn't play Division I football? That's my jersey on the wall right there. You know how many people told me I couldn't make it to the NFL? Everybody told me that. People told me the numbers, 1.1% of 1% of 1% of 1% make it to the NFL. Well, guess what? I guess I'm in that percentile. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am always accustomed to being able to overcome the odds. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I got a championship that ain't nobody had since 1982. You think I give a damn what them people in Montreal think? I don't care. I don't care if this is a Canadian title. I'm still the best person that's ever held it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the first person to tell you that I am expecting it to be hostile territory when I go in there. I'm expecting it to be John Cena ECW one night only levels of toxicity from the crowd, because ain't nobody in there going to be cheering for me. They're going to be cheering for that old French Canadian man. But guess what? I'm going to beat him till his brittle bones break. And guess what? When I walk out, the double champ again, they're going to have to put respect on my name, just like they better keep doing.
So you're going to come in with the brim down and you're going to hold up both titles while the crowd is booing, right?
Both of them. Both of them. BOFFUM. Both of them.
I see you, sir. But you not only have been insulting PCO the man, you've also kind of been insulting his love, because you interrupted the first date between him and Steph DeLander. And not only that, you laid out Steph DeLander, putting her through a table. What is your problem with love in general? And what is your problem with the love between PCO and STL?
Hey, a wise man once said, the person you love can wake up tomorrow and not love you no more, but $100 is going to be $100. And guess what? I saved PCO. Because we know he wasn't finna get none on that first date. Let's be real. He wasn't finna do nothing with that girl. Come on, she'd have put a hurting on that old man. He wasn't gonna do nothing with her. Come on, man. I saved him. I saved him from embarrassing himself. All right. And guess what? She ain't been back since. She been all over the world. She been in Australia. She been in Canada. She been all over the world, but to see her man. She don't want that man. She don't want him. And that's all right. I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? That's his prerogative. I'm not worried about it either. But what she didn't need to do was get in my business. And because she got in my business, she had to be put down where she stood. That's not on me. Stay out grown folk business. If you act grown, you're going to get treated like you grown, right? If you stay at the little kids table, you're going to get treated like a little kid. Sadly, I had to put her through the big kid table.
And you had assistance from Rich Swann. First Class has been one of my favorite things about watching TNA wrestling as of late. Kind of tell us what made you you really recruited Rich Swann into your favor over a couple of weeks when you first got to TNA. What has kind of been this partnership, how it came together, and how has it been since you officially became First Class together with Rich Swann?
It's been nothing but roses, man. We have had nothing but success since the day Swanee joined me. I beat Joe Hendry. He beat Joe Hendry. We done beat everybody we done faced. I'm a double champ. Everything's just been going great for First Class. See, he found the right thing when he came over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, his career was at a different place than it should have been. And I recognize the greatness in Rich Swann because he is a former world champion, a former X Division champion, a former digital media champion. Like, he's done all the things. He was a cruiserweight champion in WWE. The man has done it all in this business when it comes to wrestling because he's one of the best to ever do it. And he had been on a losing streak. He had been on the wrong side of the tracks until I came around and made sure that he got back to where he belongs to be. And the next step for First Class will be tag team gold as me and Rich Swann complete his Grand Slam championship, being the first person, believe the first person to be the World Heavyweight Champion, X Division Champion, Digital Media Champion, and Tag Team Champion.
And that is the title that he's been chasing for a while. He's had previous partners like Willie Mack in the past. Mm-hmm. What makes you different from all the other partners he's gone with? And most of all, what makes First Class different from the system, the current tag team champions?
Well, the thing that makes me different, I'll give you an example. Today, they sent out an email to all the talent in TNA, and they said, "What is your wrestling weight?" They want to start announcing weights again. You know what I get billed as? I get billed as 6'5", 330 pounds. Not because I am not those sizes. I'm exactly 6'5", 330 pounds. I don't need to lie. I don't need to pretend that I'm 6'8". I don't need to pretend that I'm 350. See, I am exactly what I say I am, and that's why I'm so good. The reason why Rich Swann didn't have those tag team title successes in the past, because he wasn't tagging with me. Me and Rich Swann have not lost a tag team match. Every tag team match we've had has been a W. And we're going to continue to get W's. We're going to be the greatest tag team TNA's ever seen. We're going to have 4 belts between the two of us, right? And the reason we're different than the system is, I got nothing but love and respect for those guys. Legends in this business. But let's be for real. I can pick them both up at the same time and slam them both at the same time. And to be honest, I've done it with guys that are bigger than them. Now, add that to the fact that I have a world champion in my corner to help me out. Neither one of them guys can handle that weight. They can't handle what we bring to the table. Nobody in the whole TNA or NXT WWE tag team division can handle First Class. And that's facts.
I love when you speak those facts, but you mentioned one person that has been a main rival for you in your TNA run, Joe Hendry, and he's been skyrocketing, ever since his showing up on WWE NXT, all the stuff he did with you in TNA wrestling going viral with the different videos. Kind of what do you think about how do you reflect back on that rivalry with you and Joe Hendry and where you guys are now? And what do you think about his success over on WWE NXT?
Joe Hendry will be the first person to sing my praises because he knows what actually happened. I'm going to ask you a question. You clearly watch TNA avidly. Who was Joe
Yes.
Hendry feuding with before me?
No, he's beautiful. He's got wins over Moose. He's got wins over.
Who was his feud prior to me showing up?
I don't remember.
Nobody knows. Because they found out about Joe Hendry because he started feuding with me. He started doing his videos about me, and people love to talk about me. So when he would do a really good video about me, it made people give a damn. It also helped that every once in a while, I would have DJ Who Kid or Bun B or Sean Merriman or Alex or Blockboy JB or Shawnee Styles or I'm Tyrone or BDE or whoever else, I would have them there to boost it even more. And Joe Hendry's a hell of a talent. Joe Hendry's a talented individual. He's never beat me, and he could never be me, but he's a hell of a talent. You know what I'm saying? And I saw his little interview. He said that I think that he would be living under a bridge if it wasn't for me. I don't think that. I just think he'd still be struggling to get on the pre-show if it wasn't for me. And instead, which is exactly what happened, instead, he's the biggest name in wrestling. Now, we can all pretend that has nothing to do with me, but nobody remembers who he was feuding with before me. And 99% of the people who know him now and know his song now know it because of our feud together. So, shout out to him. I hope he makes all the money in the world. I hope WWE signs him and I never have to see him again.
That's the quote. That's the headline right there. Well, you are someone that is very accustomed. You know about WWE NXT very well, being over there with your time over there. If there was one person, I'm going to ask you a double question. One person that you could face from WWE NXT to come over to TNA and face them in the TNA ring, who would it be? And the one person you would like to recruit to first class from WWE NXT to come to TNA?
All right. I want to face Obafemi because he keep picking on people not his size. He keep picking on people smaller than him. See, he's a bully. But the thing is, when you go to prison, first thing you do is you punch the biggest guy in the mouth, right?
I watched that.
It's not even just odds. That's what Uncle Eddie told me. He did 21 years. That's what Pop Leon told me. He did 25 after doing 20. So, you know what I'm saying? This is real street knowledge. And Oba is the biggest guy on the yard. But he's not bigger than me. I'm much bigger than Obafemi. And you can't tell how much bigger I am than him because everybody he faces is a $165 soaking wet with bricks in their pockets. Right? So I would love to face Obafemi. I think it would be a great challenge for both of us. And I don't think he actually talks like that. So I want to hear him talk his real voice. I'm going to make him use his real voice like Kofi Kingston style. Right? So then who would I recruit from NXT? Man. I mean, now I get the easy answer is Ashante the Adonis because he's back in NXT, and that's my former tag team partner. And we do have a lot of unfinished business that we never got to accomplish while I was in WWE. But not taking the easy route. Javon Evans. I'd say Javon Evans. I would say Trick, but Trick got his own thing. I don't want to get that. Javon is at this point now where he's making sure everybody likes him, right? Yeah. Because everybody likes Javon. He's so nice. He's one of the good ones, as they say. And I want to bring that dog out of him. I want him to show people that he don't gotta give a damn if you like him or not. He's still just as talented whether you like him or not. And I think that would be a good little character development for him to be able to show that edgier, rougher side, to be able to show, you know what I'm saying? Like he'd be wearing death row jackets to the ring and smiling the whole time. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't match up.
Yeah, it don't matter. I don't like that. We gotta get that dog out of Javon. I know we can pull that dog out of Javon. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a talent. He's a hell of a talent. He's one of the best in-ring guys, especially at his young age, that I've ever seen. The stuff that he can do is incredible. But I would love to see him do it as a bad guy. I would love to see him do it as on the other side of things because I think he got that dog in him.
I agree with you. That's a great pick right there. So I gotta ask you one final question. It's gonna be about music because I love your X/Twitter page. You talk a lot about music, and you recently had some thoughts on one of the best albums I've heard in quite some time, "The Death of Slim Shady"
So
by
good.
Eminem. Where would you rank that as far as Eminem's best albums?
That's tough. As far as his best albums, man, I honestly, I'm gonna be real. It's too recent for me to compare it against something that I've been listening to, like the Marshall Mathers LP since 2001. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been listening to that for 20 plus years. Even like his it's not slept on because it did good numbers and everybody liked it, but Recovery. Recovery is one of the best hip hop albums ever, right? So like, people don't talk about it as much. It came out when I was in college, which is hilarious because now I'm playing the college game, right? But like, people don't talk about it as much. But like, Recovery is incredible. Obviously, Slim Shady LP, incredible. Even Encore, like he just has so many amazing albums. So like, it would be tough to like rank it right now. But I will say that The Death of Slim Shady is one of the best albums I've heard probably in the last 10 years for sure. Lyrically, like word for word, bar for bar, like similes and alliteration and wordplay and punchlines and setups and bar structure. We talking about like real rap technician shit. This might be the best album I've heard in at least 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's spitting on that joint. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. Like M is different. M is a different kind of cat. Like if you don't like Eminem, you don't like the things that he says. All right, that's a different thing. But if you say Eminem can't rap, or you don't like the way that he raps, you're an idiot. If you don't like his raps because of what he's saying, like the stances he takes and the statements he makes, all right, that's a different thing. But if you say he can't rap, then you're just dumb, bro. You're just not able to even comprehend what he's saying to you. Like that's all that is.
Yeah, I thought it was his best album to me since Eminem Show. Like it was
Yeah, Eminem
amazing.
Show, another great album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So my final question to you is: we've been doing this with all the TNA talent here on Tru Heel Heat. Your Mount Rushmore. So I've asked Rich Swann. I interviewed him earlier this year, and I asked him his Mount Rushmore of his best opponents. For you, what is your Mount Rushmore of best, greatest rappers?
Okay, Mount Rushmore is only 4 people, so I'm going to give you 4 of my top 5. I would say Nipsey Hussle, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Eminem. Those would be my 4 right there. And just, I mean, like maybe on the backside of the mountain, when they do a 5th face, would be Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby. You know what I'm saying?
We share 3 of the same top 5, Biggie, Jay, because I'm from New York, so I love Biggie and Jay, and Eminem's in my top 5. So we just became best friends. But thank you so much, AJ, for your time. Please let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and how they can watch TNA Slammiversary, because the only way they can watch it is by watching it on pay-per-view, watching it on Fight, wherever they can watch it, because it's all sold out. Let everybody know.
Yeah, man, sold out because the real main event comes to Montreal. It's PCO versus TNAJ Francis. Watch on the TNA Plus app. You can watch on Fight TV. You can watch wherever you can get it. Make sure you tune in, because if you tune in, you're going to see a classic. Me and PCO finna put on a show. We finna steal the show. If we not the actual main event, I would hate to be a person that got to go after us. I tell you what, it's gonna be a spectacle. I am very much looking forward to walking out still your double champ, walking out still undefeated as TNA Digital Media Champion.
Thank you so much, AJ Francis. This was an honor, a privilege, someone I've been wanting to speak to for a very long time. So go over and check out TNA Slammiversary this Saturday, July 20th in Montreal. You can watch it on pay-per-view. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom SP3. This has been Tru Heels BTR Between the Ropes with AJ Francis. We are signing off until